Hey, how are you doing? Look, I want to touch on the subject of the power of minimalism in business today. It is actually something that I'm very conscious of pretty much ever since I've become location free, which is back in March 2014. So having a life that, sees us on the move frequently, every 3 months, sometimes every month, sometimes every 6 months. Um, it is really important for me to keep things simple, to keep my business simple, to keep my office simple, to keep reinventing myself, because for me, nothing is worse than um, doing something that doesn't light me up anymore. And I'm a strong believer that, one of the meaning of life is that we are um, growing, like our sense of growth and self-awareness continues as we grow older. And so as we grow older and we become that new person, we grow into a different mindset and sometimes a different dream. The dream we may have had last year is no longer applicable to this year and the next year. And so we constantly reinventing ourselves. And in doing so, we need to be really strict around what it is we're willing to hold on to and what it is we're willing to let go. And that's where the power of minimalism comes into play, because if we are trying to do too much, we're not getting anything done. That's a start. And in actually lightening our load and focusing on maybe three major goals rather than 10 goals and not reaching any of them, we have a better chance of succeeding, but also we are actually getting a lot more done. Even so, we're aiming for less. And then we can tick the less off and we can move to the next kind of minimalistic goals, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking about this a lot, because it is important for me that every day I enjoy what I do in my business. And when the fun goes and when the light goes out, then I look deep within myself and I actually objectively look at all the angles of what's going on. Is it just an emotion? Is it a range of emotions? Is it something that I offer I no longer enjoy? Or is it perhaps the kind of people I work with, which can be the case as well? So I'm forever self-analyzing and looking for better ways to run my business, and also for me to be a better person. And with that comes the power of minimalism. By eliminating things that no longer work for me from my life and my business, I actually free myself up to focus more fully and more passionately on the things that I do. And if you're struggling with anything right now, whether it be business or life, it may be time to look within yourself and look at how we can be more minimalistic in that sense, or that area where you're struggling with right now, because chances are there's something there that's icking you and something there that needs to be looked at. And you can't none of us can find clarity by ignoring a problem. We need to actually throw light into the shadow and into the darkness and throw the light on it. And the light is our awareness. So when we are giving our awareness with focus into the shadow zone, into the darkness, into the negative, we actually shine light on what's not working for us, and we can sort of change the course of our life and our business as well. So that's my message for today. Hopefully you find it helpful. And if you're watching this live, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're watching the replay, I appreciate you. I know that we often, when we run our business, it can be very lonely. And, it's nice to know that there's actually people out there that value my messages. And a lot of you always tell me in private that you do. So I really am appreciating every one of you, and I want to thank you and have an enjoyment. Yeah, enjoying rest of Sunday, right? Enjoy yourself. I've got little Layla down here. Delilah is looking up at me. She brought me her mouse, so I gotta go and do some playing with her. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.